up, though? What's poppin'? What it be like? How are you? It's Jon Agnew. Bikedope Conversations at it again, man. So listen, real quick. I sat down with Philip Young. I was in Memphis, Tennessee, man, and we made it happen. We made magic. Fantastic dude, man. And what I always honored about him and thought was so cool was the relationship he had with his old man, his dad, who I had the pleasure of meeting. So there's a lot of interesting jewels in this one, guys. I hope you get something from it, man. For real. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that happy horse shit. But at the same time, man, listen. The things that separates us is what makes us all the same. Easy. Let me know. Bikedope Conversations, man. Jon Agnew again on location. Always meet the illest people and talk to the people who do the illest show on the planet, man. But this time I'm kind of cheating a little bit because this young man here, I've been knowing years. It's 2019.
Yeah.
So this is 2019. So I've been knowing you since 2003.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute. 16 years. Oh, God damn, dog. It's been that long?
Yeah.
It's been a minute. This is my man. We're going to call him Junior. For argument's sake. We'll call him Junior, man. We started the military together. So, Junior, I appreciate you, my guy.
Oh, man.
Ain't nothing to it, man. Where we at, dude?
Outside of Memphis, Tennessee. Cordova. Yeah.
And I met this dude in the military, right?
Yep.
So let me ask you this. What made you join the military in the first place?
Oh, man. When I was in high school, barely making it through high school, being not really a hothead, but I wasn't into that learning thing. I thought I knew everything. I thought I was invincible, but the norm was go to college, get a degree and, this shit, that shit. But my grades wasn't good at all, but I could wrestle.
Wow.
I was damn good at wrestling. So my homeboy's brother, Antoine Davis, his brother, Herman Davis, joined the Marine Corps 2 years before us. He got on the Camp Lejeune wrestling team, and he pretty much not really sold the dream, but he was like, yeah, you can wrestle for the Marine Corps. So barely graduated high school.
Where you from, though?
Henderson, North Carolina.
Okay. Is that a bumfuck town?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. It's slightly grown, but it's small.
Okay.
And real small. But graduated in 2002. Took my summer off, and I said I'm joining the Marine Corps.
Okay.
And I didn't want to waste my parents' money going to college because I was barely making it through high school.
Yeah.
So I said I'm joining the Marine Corps, join the military, and then that was that. Went in September 23rd.
The reason I ask is because a lot of people who come from I don't know. I guess a lot of people that I met, they come from the urban culture.
Yeah.
The Negro world, or being black or whatever. They're not too big on military stuff.
Yeah.
Anything military oriented. But I don't know, of course the guys that we met were in and that was the military shit, but now that I've been removed for so long, it just seems like now that you don't really find it. It's like a needle in a haystack. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I always thought that was a little odd because, and I have to say that when you came into the military, I was the one that was up over you.
Yep.
And was kind of learning you, for lack of better terms. You know what I'm saying? But you were a bit of a hothead, and you did carry yourself in a certain way.
Yeah.
And you're shorter than most.
Yeah.
Right, so I think that's part of the thing. I don't know how true that is, but I always kind of thought that was part of the date. Like maybe you kind of make, I don't know, maybe you have the maybe it's like the short man disease or some shit, complex.
Yeah, I don't believe in that shit, but I hear you though.
Well, that's what I mean. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But what you didn't have inside, you made up for in heart, and in grit and determination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always respect that about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
that.
And unto it. And we've had many talks. So I think to me, sitting down with you now is more like a brotherly thing. It's not like that's because this is happening, whatever. It's not because of something. Just like it's just cool to be on. I think this is cool for me because I haven't seen you in fucking since 200,003.
Yeah.
So it's really been 16 years. Like showing up.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers done had kids and a wife, then another wife. You know what I mean? Like life is a motherfucker.
Right.
You know, and I had my fair share of ups and downs and shit like that, dude. So I take my hat off to you, man, for being, you know, a solid dude, and you still, based on what I've seen, you know, I've been down here for a couple of days hanging with you, checking you out and shit, and you still are solid. So I take my hat off to you for that.
Yeah, appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, be proud of that. You know what I mean? Because I come from the world where I don't owe anybody shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's my word, dude. And who am I to say? But I think I'm a pretty decent judge of character. And I'm just happy for you as a whole, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I know you got a whole lot more growing to do, man. But yeah, it's I guess you can't grow no more.
Yeah, no, just up here though.
Yeah.
And it's funny you talk about like the heart, the short man complex.
Yeah.
Going back to 2003. When I first got to the motor pool, I remember this day vividly. Walking in, and Palacios, and I think he was Lance Corp at the time, Stiff.
Okay.
Antoine Stiff. Hey, get over here, boo.
Oh, wow.
And you know,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
my name ain't Boot.
Yeah.
You know, it's PFC Young.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Nah, your name Boot. Get over here. Yeah, I said the same thing. We went back and forth a couple times, not knowing. Matter of fact, I think Stiff was a corporal. Corporal Palacios, yep. Corporal Palacios, Corporal Stiff. And there was a Connex box beside the dispatch bay. If you come out, you have to get your trip ticket.
Pause right there. You know, nobody knows what you're talking about.
A dispatch bay.
Nobody knows what
trip
dispatch.
ticket.
Nobody knows what trip ticket is. Nobody knows what Connex box is.
All right.
So Stiff are people we work with. Palacio is the guy we work with. A
Right.
Connex box is like a storage green bin type thing, but supersized. The trip ticket is something you get when you leave the motor pool, like you said. The base where we were out working out of, I guess in regular terms, we get a piece of paper. We leave and say this is where we're going. This is how we're getting there, and blah 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 blah.
Right.
That's what it is. So carry on.
So they say, hey, come over here. We gotta show you something in this office. What they call it? Office box. And man, I walk in there, and you gotta go through the door of the box. So as soon as I walk in, as I get in there, the door is closing, and I don't know who it was, but somebody hit me from the left. Pow!
Punched you?
Yeah, right in my jaw.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Then you know, it was on after that.
Who hit you?
I couldn't even tell you. You know, rush hour.
Yeah.
When he got kicked, he was like, "Which one of y'all kicked me?"
Yeah.
It was like that. But I remember it was Stiff Palacios and somebody else when that door
That's
closed. But
black as hell, dude.
it was on and popping after that.
So you scrapping in there?
Yeah. Me alone, Stiff Palacios, and whoever that third person was. It might not even be a third person, but yeah, I learned. Boot is a boot.
Damn, I ain't
it
know
was
that.
real quick.
So, but that doesn't normally happen. So we don't give the military no negative stuff. Ain't nobody about to hit my kid. 'Cause I ain't about to be.
Nah, but it was cool though. It was cool. It was learning experience, and you know,
We can say that now, but
being a hothead
Yeah.
at the time.
kind of leveled you up.
Yeah,
Let you know that you weren't as bad as you thought you were.
you're right.
Right. So, but the cool part about this is that I want to talk to you because you were actually like, okay, a drill instructor, right? So drill instructors are the one that actually goes to, like the ones that make Marines.
Yeah.
Right? So how does, but it's, I don't, that's like people who go into the military always wanted to do that. And you actually did that. Let's say that was like at the pinnacle. Like you at like the pinnacle of your career, whether you knew it or not.
Yeah.
Now you can look back like, God damn, like I really did shit. I really did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And how does, but that's like, what kind of hours were you working? How long was the training, and what didn't you do? Why'd you why does everybody call recruits bitches?
Cause that's what they are. They fucking bitches. They pure bitches. Shit, where do I start?
You give me a snapshot.
Let me start with the hours.
Yeah.
The hours. Oh no, the training for it is about as long as the boot camp.
Yeah.
Just shy of 3 months, and you learning like the rules and the regulations. You kind of go back over Marine Corps history. Drill is the biggest part of boot camp.
Bitches. Training bitches.
Yeah, bitches. Fucking bitches. After graduating DI school, you know, you have some time off, but then you hit the streets.
Meaning what?
Now
you about to go train bitches.
Yeah, train bitches. Recruits.
Okay. Recruits.
Recruits.
Okay.
If you try to type in recruit in Microsoft Word, you get the red squiggly line underneath saying the word is misspelled.
Mm-hmm.
If you right click on it, it's going to try to correct that word to rat.
Yeah.
So close enough to
I got
a
you.
motherfucking bitch, but
I got you.
a recruit is a fucking nasty, disgusting civilian. Seriously.
Why?
Because they don't know
You
shit.
can't talk about my kid like my kid wants to go into the military.
She is a disgusting human. And I say that because after you have been in and you know what the rules and regulations are, then you kind of got a gauge of what a human is supposed to conduct themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're gauging off of. But a recruit don't know none of that. They know I just left mom and dad's house.
Yeah.
Mom and dad made my food for me. Mom and dad probably made my bed for me. Probably put my clothes on for me going through high school. Which is true.
So, yeah, but I think we all go through that, right? So when you were in DI, on the streets of training, I'm not going to call these people bitches, but training recruits or whatnot.
Yeah.
What kind of mindset were you in? Because that's the kind of shit that you see on TV, right? Like, these guys look like they're in tip-top shape. The uniform is dumb retarded, you know what I mean? And they're really, really clean cut. And their voice is like, nah.
They sound like Jadakiss.
Yeah, no doubt. But what makes a person do that? Like, what's so cool about that?
About being a drill instructor?
Yes.
Good question.
Because it can't be the money. Or
the money is good, but it is not. It's not everything.
I'm sure you're not getting paid what you work.
Let's back up to 2005, beginning of 2005. I was about to go back to Iraq for my second time. The first deployment, which was my first deployment in 2004, John Olson, white guy from Chicago, damn good friend. He and I deployed my first deployment, his second deployment to Iraq, out there on the Jordanian-Syrian border. A whole 7-month deployment, got blown up together. He was vehicle in front of me, I was vehicle behind him. Both of us got blown, not blown up, but IED went off, trucks kept rolling. Made it back to the base and laughed about it. And then throughout the deployment, several IEDs missed us. And we laughed about it, high five, we made it again, boom. Made it through that deployment. I went to the field. Myself and Kane went to mount training, military operations under urban terrain. So CQB type training. Thursday night, we left the field to go see the guys off because Olsen went to another platoon who's about to leave to go back to Iraq with Lopez and Sergeant Lopez at the time.
Right.
All those guys. So it's like, we're going to leave so we can see these guys off.
Yeah.
Might be the last time we see them.
Never know.
So we left the field, went and seen them guys. And that was the last time I seen Olsen.
Yeah.
So when he was forward deployed, they hit an IED, vehicle rolled over, because he was a gunner. And a gunner is pretty much, if you got the sunroof back, you sitting out top of it with your gun. Bomb went off, vehicle rolled over, ejected him out of it, vehicle rolled over top of him, killed him. Close to that. Now I may be off a little bit exactly how he died, but that's pretty much how he died. Fast forward, I deployed 2005 to 2006, Iraq. October-ish, same thing. I was in a 7-ton. And here's where it gets to why I want to be a drill instructor. My driver, you gotta maintain a distance between the vehicle in front of you. Yeah, 50 feet, 75 feet, whatever it is at the time. He failed to do that. We was like 100 and some change.
Yeah.
So I reached down, hey, catch up. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I can hear the engine spooling up. We speeding up. And next thing I know, I look to my left, and as I'm about to look right, I feel like a baseball bat hit me in the face. Coming from this way. Pow!
Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing, but I felt this bat, boom, hit me.
Excuse me.
And I was shaking off. I'm dazed, and once my eyes come over, I'm like, man, we just hit IED. I look down into the cab, and his chin is on his chest. He's like this.
Dead.
No, he's not dead, but he's
Passed
knocked out, not completely out. I see smoke coming out. But when I look down, I'll say, hey, just keep it on the road.
Yeah.
He done, he had a steering wheel. And as I'm saying this, the 7-ton is going off to the left side of the road. Then, just like that, we tipping over. So I'm trying to drop down into the
See him pull. Yeah.
into the truck. But by the time I get down there, we already on the side. And it ejected me out. I fell out right beside the truck. And as soon as I hit the ground, I tried to get up and crawl away because I'm thinking, my man Olsen just died from the same shit.
Yeah.
But luckily that didn't happen. Fast forward to the drill field. I said I want to be a drill instructor to put a better product of Marine into the fleet so that doesn't happen again. And other people may have different reasons for it, but that was my main reason, to put a better product, a more disciplined product into the fleet. So that doesn't happen.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I always get the idea of people being a drill instructor being like fucking weirdo, mentalists, satanics and shit, because the shit that you make people do. So how does that help? They make people do all we had to do just the weirdest exercise. It's all about discipline, you know what I'm saying, and how much you can take and really forcing yourself and forcing the way you think and shit like that into in different. It's just if you've never seen a Marine Corps boot camp, go on YouTube, check it out. I don't know what they're going to show necessarily.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they'll show a couple of intricate things that will make people just think a little bit different. You know what I mean? So how does that really help anybody when you out there fucking yelling at somebody 2 inches away from their face, spitting on their fucking teeth and shit?
It takes them out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
And you want to take them out of their comfort zone. A Marine thrives outside of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you put a recruit through all that hell, something they ain't never been through in their whole life. So when they see that same type of hell in combat, they're like, this ain't shit.
Yeah.
My drill instructor had me doing XYZ for no apparent reason at all.
Right.
In the middle of the night when I should have been asleep.
Yeah.
So, getting shot ain't that bad. You know what I mean?
Now this is the tricky part. So you've been married, right? Are you married twice?
Twice.
So the first time you got married didn't work out.
Right.
Was it because of the military, PTSD, anything like that?
No.
Nothing like that.
No.
Okay, so you're happily married now.
Absolutely.
So how do you turn the military shit off? Because I asked because, because you're this is like a military house type thing.
Yeah.
I struggle with that because the only person who went to the military in my house was me.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of customs and courtesies and shit that we practice, and a lot of shit that we know as people and how we've been trained as personnel, and you know, and having to do it out and make fucking shit out of sugar or sugar out of shit, however it goes. Those are all skills, man.
Yeah.
That regular civilians don't have.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you, and I know you're a passionate individual. So my question is, when you start, like, how do you turn this drill instructor shit off? Or have you, like, because you have a son, no?
Yeah.
So do you ever go fucking ape shit on him?
Nah, not yet. It's coming though. It's coming. But nah, not yet.
Like, coming in what way? Like, what would you expect him to do different? Like, I mean, outside like regular kid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I tell him clean up, and he'll move slow.
So what happens at that point? And like, what do you fucking like hit the switch and go fucking DI and start snapping your fucking? You know what I mean?
I raise my voice at him, you know, or you know, tell him come here, and he moving slow. He's still playing with his trains, and you know, get up.
Yeah.
And you get up and come on over.
Yeah.
You know, but I like people to respond to me when I tell them to do something.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard turning off with him because he don't know yet.
Yeah.
But after a while, you know, hey, come here, son.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. You know, put your shoes on, let's go.
Yeah.
He's still
dragging his ass.
Right. And then I gotta hit him with.
I struggle with that too.
Yeah.
And you know I told you I wasn't a DI, but you know I gotta tell my 14-year-old I really appreciate expeditious moving. You know what I'm saying? I really need you to fucking move faster, like, because it's hard for me to like, because I'm older, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you're supposed to have more patience and shit with kids and shit like that, but sometimes it just don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's all we're just trying to learn as we go any fucking way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think when I got out of the Marine Corps in 2012, I started working at a gun range in South Carolina and dealing with civilians. The good part about it, all the other workers were prior military, but
so they got it
right. So, but dealing with civilians, you know, hey, let me
my bad.
Go ahead. They're like, hey, let me see this gun here, and they get it and they fooling with it, and you stand on the other side of the counter, you know, and they're like, so, you know, tell me how I do this. Right. And they point the gun right at you. Like, you know, excuse me, just not point that at me.
Yeah.
You know, it's not safe. And, you know, you're talking to them, and the very next thing they do, so why can't I do this?
Yeah.
And, you know, you could lose a customer, which is the business aspect, or you can teach them that that's not the way you want to conduct.
When you got out the military, how much money did you have saved?
Ah, man. Shit, maybe $1,000.
Out of how long you went in?
10 years.
And you only had $1,000?
Yeah. Give or take. And I had some money in my thrift savings, which is, in my personal savings account, was about $1,000, and I had a thrift savings account.
What the fuck were you doing, though?
Being young.
Literally.
Being young, man. But, like, let me see, I got out 2012.
$1,000?
Yeah.
What'd you have to show? For the time that you were in.
A BMW.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was it.
Yep. But I wasn't expecting to get out though.
Okay.
So when I was in, I got NJP 3 times.
Meaning what?
Non-judicial punishment.
Okay.
Pretty much I did something wrong, and the military corrected me. If it was out in the civilian world, the courts would have issued some sort of punishment.
Yeah. So non-judicial punishment, NJP, is something that happens within the military.
subset where it's like he said, we do something wrong, we get taken care of. So it's almost like getting taken care of in home. So you might want to get NJP because it doesn't show on your
criminal record.
Right. So
yeah.
So I guess you got some families and shit.
No, not even close.
Okay.
But like I said, when my boy Olsen went to Iraq again,
yeah,
I got charged with unauthorized absence and dereliction of duty because I was on a training operation. I left that area to go see him, and I got charged for that. I got charged as soon as I hit the fleet. Disobeying lawful order for giving my username and password for my government computer to another individual.
Yeah, but that's bullshit though. That's not nothing because you don't strike me. I mean, you might be where you were, kind of standoffish as I can remember. Not towards me, but towards other people. But
yeah,
but that's like you don't really seem like the kind of guy who go out there and make bad decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And when I did it, I didn't have bad decisions because.
And I think your intent wasn't probably shitty or whatever. You just probably did it because that was the thing to do.
Right.
And you was just probably being just a little immature.
Right.
So I attest that. Credit that to that. Your age and shit, which is no big deal. So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have all these fucking guns, dog?
Well, it's my passion. Shooting guns is definitely my passion. Shooting them, teaching people how to shoot them, teaching people about them is my passion. Because most people see them and see what they are portrayed as in the news, and pushed away from them. But they're all tools. They're humbling devices. They're just another object in the world, just like a hammer.
No, these aren't hammers. You don't like fucking hammers.
People call them hammers.
Well, I get it. Yeah, I mean, but not like a hammer. This probably got a hammer, a real hammer that I know.
Yeah.
It's got about 6 or 7 bodies on it. I think these motherfuckers are registered, and I think they're nice, and probably oil them up.
Yeah.
The hammers don't get that.
Yeah.
I get the hammer, and then I get the strap. You know what I'm saying? It's hammer, strap, thumper, pistol, shit like that.
Yeah.
I think this is really hardware. You know what I'm saying? These are guns. You know what I'm saying? So.
Nah, but it's my passion, man. It's something. Being able to control this device and place a bullet exactly where you want it to be when you want it to be is humbling to me. It's therapy. I know it may seem kind of odd to those
I
who
think it's cool, but
are against them, but
yeah.
And it's a protection thing, man. Because no one is going to protect my family like I am.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? If something happens and you call the cops, how long is it going to take the cops to get here? Yeah, it ain't going to be 5 minutes.
So why did you ever? So when you got out, did you want to go into the police field? I mean, not police field. Like, what am I trying to say? Like not corrections, but that whole little division. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what it is. When I was getting out, when I was in Japan,
yeah,
lock, stock, and barrel was gonna be a cop.
Right.
That's what. Like, Corporal Agnew is about to be a cop.
Yeah.
No fucking doubt about it.
Yeah.
Everything was all marked, etched in stone. I talked to the fucking people, whatever. Training was coming up,
Yeah.
Then when I got home, I realized that a lot of people still do a lot of dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people who still do a lot of dumb shit. And who am I to judge?
Yeah.
So I wasn't the guy where I'm not about to try to bag you and shit. I ain't about to try to arrest you. That's not what I'm going to do. So why? I mean, if you had a fucking passion for these guns and shit, dog, like why didn't you go into something kind of paramilitary? Or was you worked at a gun shop or?
Yeah, I worked at a gun shop,
and that was enough
in South Carolina. At the time, it was, and I didn't have any serious direction at the time because I wasn't really expecting to get out. I thought the Marine Corps was gonna let me re-enlist.
Yeah.
So I got out. I was working part-time before I got out. Then when I got out, they brought me on full-time, and I still didn't really have any direction. Because again, I'm thinking I'm about to do 20 years and call it a day.
Right.
But the law enforcement, paramilitary thing.
Law enforcement, that's the word.
At this time, most agencies are looking for a degree.
Wow, okay.
Which I didn't have at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And getting into because let's back up. When I graduated high school, I barely made it through high school. So I was like, I can't make it through college.
Right.
Now, granted, I took a couple courses while I was in the Marine Corps, but again, I didn't think that I was going to be getting out.
Would you change your military experience for anything?
No, never. The best thing that ever happened to me.
Excuse me. Likewise, I say the same thing.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people still kind of frown at the military because it's not the popular thing to do.
Yeah.
Especially for like inner city kids and shit like that. But I mean, shit, it is what it is, man. You want a way out that use it as a vehicle to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Because shit, you and I know a lot of the same people, and these motherfuckers were doing bad shit while they were in the military.
Yeah.
Like often, like it was no big deal.
Yeah,
like it was a fucking
yeah.
regular Saturday night party. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, how much these you got more guns than this?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Believe it or not.
So what is this?
This is a Stava AK-47 variant with an underfolder stock. Yep. It's not a Draco,
Right.
but it's an AK-47. Most people get it confused with what a Draco is, but a Draco is a very short variant of an AK-47. But it's a Stava.
How much does this motherfucker cost, man?
I think this one's about $7.99.
And you can just go buy these? You have to be registered to buy certain guns and everything?
No, it's gotta be 18 years to buy depending on the state, but here in the South, 18 years old to buy a rifle, 21 years to buy a pistol. And as long as you don't have any felonies or history of domestic violence, you can walk in the store and buy one.
What's this motherfucker right here? The one that's standing up all by itself, looking like a killer whale.
It's a Ruger precision rifle.
Okay.
Sharing in the 308.
You gotta talk normal. What does that mean?
It's the size of the round, the bullet.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a bolt action rifle. Usually most people see them like hunting rifles, competition rifles, and this is my competition rifle.
What kind of competitions do you put yourself in?
They got different ones out here. Steel challenges, which is you place a steel target out at several different yards, and you got a time constraint when 20 seconds to hit X amount of targets at X amount of different ranges.
Wow.
Which is quite fun. It's interesting also, because each yard line you got to change your elevation, your windage at times, but
And this is good for how long? Like you can take somebody out from how many yards with this one here?
You can reach a mile.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you can reach a mile. It's not easy, but it's capable, definitely capable of it.
How do you practice shooting a mile away? Like what range can you go to a fucking mile? I say I'm about to shoot from here to Arkansas.
There's very few of them, man. Very few. But they out there though.
So have you shot something from a mile away with this?
Not quite a mile. I've shot at 1,000 yards.
And who marks that? Who? How do you know you hit the target?
Steel targets.
So you hear it or you'll see it?
You'll hear it. It's a small ping. Ding.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How much does something like this run, man?
This rifle alone was probably 1,300. And the scope was another 1,200.
1,200 for the scope?
Yeah.
Damn. So that's 2,500 sitting right there.
Yeah.
And this is just your hobby.
Yeah. Expensive too.
Yeah.
Expensive hobby, man. And this is what they call a Mark 12. I don't want to get it wrong, but it is currently in use in the military. The U.S. Navy uses it. The Marine Corps uses a variant of it, but this is 5.56 or 223.
Yeah.
Not as far as capable as this, but very accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at Marine Corps boot camp, we can shoot out to 5. You qualify at 2, 3, 500 yards, and this can go 800 just as easy as, you know, we do at 500.
Damn. So this is your thing for real.
Yeah.
How many handguns you got? Burners.
Probably about 10.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Damn. But my wife wants one of these, man. I don't know what this one is, but she wants this. A 9, right?
Yeah. Glock 19. 9mm. Yep. She should get one.
So you're gonna teach the little homie how to disarm
Yep.
guns and all that?
All that.
You know, in the Negro culture, that's not really the thing to do.
Yeah.
More of us should do it.
Yeah.
'Cause there's a lot of white folks out there that show their kids how to move and how to bust shit down and how to put it back together quick fast. You know what I'm saying? In our culture, I like to think that we don't exercise that, and I'm kind of guilty of it too. Because I don't keep guns in the house. I mean, I fire and shit like that, shoot or whatever.
Yeah.
But not. I'm sure not like you. But and my 14-year-old is really, really scared of guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like him to get the feel of it and get the jitters out and stuff like that, man. But I guess in time, you know what I'm saying, and teach him how to respect him and shit like that. So
yeah, that's the biggest thing. You just gotta respect it, and you can be scared of it, but you just gotta respect it.
yeah.
You know, growing up, my parents had 2 things they wanted me and my sister to.
You already know you had a sister.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 35.
How she look?
How she look?
Mm-hmm.
Like a sister.
That's cool, man. She
Yeah.
got long hair.
Yeah, like a sister.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Long hair.
Yeah.
She's kind of short. You think? Like
No.
taller than you?
She's tall. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
She's tall.
Yeah, I've been married for a while, man, but sometimes it gets a little rough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah. So my parents, they wanted us to know 2 things. My dad, respect for firearms. My mother, swimming.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Damn, Negroes ain't really big on swimming, dog.
Right.
That's good for you, though. Good for them.
So when I said I'm from North Carolina, but we was born in Maryland, moved to North Carolina. But when we was in Maryland, they taught us how to swim. Took us in the Potomac River.
Yeah.
And taught us how to swim.
Yeah.
And my dad, more or less me, but he did, you know, show my sister.
How many kids you say your sister got?
She got 2 now.
All right, man.
2.
She's happy with her situation?
Oh yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
cool,
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm pretty happy, too, but sometimes it gets a little rough. You know what I'm saying?
I bet. I bet.
It's a little rough. So, that's cool, man. I'm happy for you. I didn't know you were this I need to go my nose. I didn't know you were this involved with these guns and all that like you is.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm happy for you, dog, man. Like I said before, man, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? And you're fucking getting ready for Armageddon ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you got like, how many guns you said? Oh, 12 handguns.
Yeah, right.
So this is
about 10, 11 handguns.
right. So collectively, you got how many?
20 some change.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of guy. I'm like, well, shit. I can keep 3 of these motherfuckers and get like 10,000 from them. So that's what I think. You know what I'm saying? But you know, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Man. So I'm happy because so you're 34 now, no?
Yeah, 34.
So 16. So I met you how old you were? So 34 minus 16 is what?
Remember I told you
18?
Remember I told you I wasn't that good in high school?
18.
Yeah, I was 18.
I met you when you were 18 years old, dog.
2002,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, 18 plus 16 is 34.
2003, yeah. 2003, I was 18.
Yeah,
Yep.
18. So I met you at 18 years old. Now you're 34 and life has happened to both of us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really, to me, it's more important just to be able to talk to you and just understand, like, talk about the brotherhood.
Yeah.
More importantly than anything, because there's ups and then there's downs and shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And we just deal with it the best way we can and we put our best foot forward and take life as it comes, dog. So, if you could tell something to your 24-year-old self, what would you tell him?
Shit. My 24-year-old self.
Yep.
Where was I when I was 24? 10 years ago.
Right. That's a dime, dog. You can't think back. You're not where you were at, but you gotta think where you're at now here versus where you would
All right. Shit, it's funny. 'Cause 10 years ago, I was on a drill field.
Yeah.
What would I tell myself? Slow down. Slow down just a little bit, man. Get off that gas pedal.
Yeah.
Get off the gas pedal just a little bit.
Yeah. That's cool. I think about that stuff too sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But the cool part about it is you live forward. You gotta keep pushing.
Yeah.
And you just hope. Now you have a son, right? So now you gotta. It's even crazy to say you got a kid.
Yeah.
Like for my ears to hear that, and like I've been knowing you longer than your kid has. He's only 5, granted, but goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and to me, that's the beauty of the military, right? Because you build these bonds with certain people, and some people come, then they go, but some bonds, man, they remain constant.
Yeah. And
I can't see me and you not knowing each other from this point on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, shit, I can see my sons getting old and come holler at you the same, you know what I mean? Vice versa.
Right.
And we have sons that are the same age. Yeah, how's that gonna end up?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows, dude. So each one, teach one, reach one, I always say. So we just gotta fucking maintain a relationship. I think that's very important. So
Yeah.
You do the social media shit or not really?
I do. Not so much Facebook now, but yeah, I got an Instagram account.
Because now's the time where if you want people to follow you, you can say, follow me at this and that, and see me shoot all these fucking guns, or see me do my push-ups with my shirt off and I show y'all my sauce out, guns out type thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you don't gotta do that. You just chill out, you know what I'm saying? Or
Now on Instagram, you can find me Young Thao, YOUNGTHO.
what the fuck? Where did that come from? What the fuck is the Thao?
Young Thao. What's my man name? Jody Breeze.
Jody.
He had an album back in the Gap. And that was one of his called Young Thao.
Right on.
I never heard it ever again.
Yeah.
But, my last name Young, that Thao kind of stood out.
Yeah.
So I took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
So it is what it is
Right
now.
on. Right on. I can dig it.
But one day I'll probably branch out something else
Right on.
from that. Of course, dealing with, the guns,
Yeah.
the culture.
Yeah. Culture. Now, in this gun culture, is there a lot of people look like you or not so much?
Not at all. Well, I'm not gonna say not at all, but not as much.
Mm-hmm.
We're the minority of the gun culture, but it's slowly changing
Mm-hmm.
because the education portion of it is changing. You got guys like me that's, delivering the education. Some people think you can't go to the, you can't go get a suppressor, but I got one.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But what is it, like a silencer?
Yeah.
Suppressor. See, I'm from the hood. I don't really.
Right.
Let me get a suppressor. Like, give me a fucking. If you don't get a watermelon in that motherfucker, you can start shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's a little education.
Yeah.
But we definitely are not the norm in this culture.
In this gun club.
Right.
Hmm.
But and some may think that white people are not accepting of black people in the culture, but the good ones are. The bad ones aren't. You just gotta.
You gotta work like everything else, though.
Yeah. And luckily, since I've been here, I've been around all the good ones. You know,
Right on, bro.
the Jeremy Youngers, Tom Givens, Lynn Givens, Tiffany Johnson. Shoot, I just name a few, but
Yeah.
they're out there. They're out there.
Mentors and good shit like
Right,
that.
right,
Good
right.
stuff, man. Well, I'm happy for you, dog. I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy to the person you developed yourself into. And I'm happy that you're a really good father, a good husband
Yeah,
to your
appreciate
family.
it.
You know what I mean? No doubt. And, you know, sky's the fucking limit.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the Negro with all the guns. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So, as always, man, you can follow me on Insta at Bikedope Official. On Facebook, it's Jon Agnew. I look so sweet though, like shooting a gun. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, you know, I can just have it in my fucking drawers and shit. Like, what? Hold on, give you two up under the table. You know what I'm saying?
Doc Holliday.
Yeah, I'll be a huckleberry. You know what I'm saying? So, Facebook Bikedope group, that's popping too. We got YouTube. Hear this guy's story and many more like it. You know what I'm saying? I've sit down with some amazing people. Some I don't know, some I've been knowing for 100 years, it seems like. So, I mean, it is what it is. You got anything else to add, my man?
Nah.
Gun safety face ass. Always point your muzzle down range, face ass. So other than that, man, as always, it's been a blast. I appreciate you, my boy.
Oh man, thank you for coming, man.
Ain't nothing to it, man. Bikedope. I told you, man. I hope you found out what a superpower was. You know what I mean? Philip Young, man, I love you to death. I love you to life, homeboy. You're a great dad. And Pops is proud, homeboy. You make us proud to be of and in your circle. You know what I mean? So I hope y'all picked up some game from this dude, man. Not only is he a good father and an outstanding guy, but he's a killer. Like literally. My man's got all the guns, all the weaponry, you know what I mean? And what you guys seen was just a small tidbit of what he had. But outside of that, man, like, subscribe, share, all that. But listen, share, whatever. But listen, subscribe, but listen, just listen. Focus yourself and understand that we're all the same. Bikedope Conversations. Jon Agnew, coming for the bell. Easy.